My homicidal boyfriend keeps joking about erasing me from existence, so I dumped him. Now I'm worried for my safety and have no one to help me. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 7 months, so I know that he's very sarcastic and has dark humor. That's why when he first started joking about unaliving me, I didn't think much of it. I even laughed at it at first and asked how he'd do it. He would say he'd push me down the stairs or feed me something I'm allergic to. It was never anything crazy until 3 months ago when we were watching Criminal Minds and Morgan emptied his clip on a criminal like 5 times in a fit of anger, and my boyfriend laughed and turned to me to say, "That's how I would unalive you." There was something different in his eyes that I had never seen before when he said that, like he was excited to tell me that. Like he genuinely wanted to do that and was happy to see me scared of him. But then he immediately laughed and said he was joking and I need to calm down. I could barely sleep next to him that night. I laid awake wondering when he would do something to me. I wondered if he had a gun in his house. I wondered if he was still awake and was waiting for me to fall asleep, to drop my guard down, and then he'd have his way with me. I didn't know how to even process the fact that my boyfriend had said that to me. But then the next day, he was back to being sweet. He woke me up with breakfast in bed, kissed me on the forehead, called me his princess, and said we would go out on a date. Looking back on it now, he probably felt guilt-ridden that he had said that, or was worried that he had revealed his true intentions. But later that night I told him, "Stop joking about killing me." He said he was just joking and I said that it actually scared me. He apologized and seemed to feel bad. I thought we were done with that, but recently, we were over 3 hours late to meet with his brother to play games, watch movies, and eat dinner. When I was talking to him about us being late, I noticed he sighed deeply, clenched his fist and looked down at it, as if he were making the conscious choice to not punch me. At this point, I was not taking these jokes lightly anymore. It was causing me a lot of anxiety because I know the statistics, and it dawned on me that I barely know this guy. Then, as I was saying goodbye to his brother, he came into the room and said, "She should say her permanent goodbyes because I'm going to hack her body tonight. I'll send you her arm." I immediately freaked out and asked him why he would say that. He told me to relax because it was a joke. I asked him how it was funny, where the punchline was, and pleaded for him to explain how that was supposed to be funny. It didn't surprise me when I didn't get an answer from him, because it's not a joke. It never was. I didn't want to get in the car with him after that. I was scared he was pissed off and would let that cloud his judgment, and then he would speed up while driving and have me lose my life. I walked off and thankfully my roommate picked me up and drove me home. He called me later and I didn't hesitate to tell him that I'm done. He's a good man, but I couldn't overlook the jokes. He begged me to talk it out and eventually came to the agreement that he wouldn't joke about unaliving me anymore. I thought, fine, I'll give him one more chance, but the next night we were on the phone when he said he was going to murder and dismember me and dispose of my body in the river so that it would never be found and he would never be caught. That was the most graphic he had gotten, so I told him to stop. He doubled down though, saying it was a joke and that I'm the problem here. I started telling him about how often women are killed by their husbands and boyfriends, and that's why the jokes bother me so much, but he interrupted me to say fuck you, so I hung up and blocked him. To make matters worse, my only safe space, my roommate, said I should talk it out with him and give him another chance because they can tell I really like him and he really likes me. They even said he's hot, so it's fine for him to make those jokes. But I thought we were past the homicide jokes. I gave him too many chances and it's obvious he's not willing to change. Mind you, I've had boyfriends and male friends in the past. None of them have ever made jokes about murdering and dismembering me. I know that this behavior is not normal and there's no reason why anyone should be condoning this behavior. While I decided to cut ties with him, I'm still worried something is going to happen to me because he seemed excited for me to be his first victim.